Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm Trace Williams, and this is What Do You Think? Today's episode, QAnon, One Man's Perspective. Are you uninformed, misinformed, or knowledge by hearsay? Has someone ever told you something that sounded so far-fetched that it was seemingly out of the realm of reality? It sounded that way not only to you, but to the majority of your friends as well, only to find out a couple of years later that it was true. You then realize that you have been on the wrong side of the conversation all along. This happened because someone you were supposed to trust had misinformed you. Not only did you learn that you were misinformed, but the misinformation was given to you intentionally. Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone intentionally mislead or misinform you? Maybe he or she wanted to see if you were gullible. Maybe he or she wanted to see if you were controllable. Maybe he or she had an agenda to push, and he or she was trying to sway as many people to that side of the controversy as possible. The more people that believe the misinformation, the easier it is to push an agenda and manipulate the mass. When you become aware of the misinformation, it creates a distrust for that particular person, right? Not only does it create a distrust towards the person who had misguided you, but you already have a distrust for the one who had told you the truth a couple of years ago. Now who do you believe? I ask this of you, please. Will you not believe this editorial that I'm about to share with you? I also ask this of you, please. Will you do your own research and follow the facts where they lead? When you research, let the facts guide you to the truth. Many who do research try to find statements to support what they already believe. Those are mere statements of justification. You are in search of the truth, and the truth may change your belief. Set your emotion aside. With that being said, I'm going to give you my opinion of what is transpiring in our country based on statements backed by documentation and sources that have been proven to me to be accurate over time. One source has given information that predates the actual events, in some cases, by 2 years. When a source gives information 2 years prior to the event occurring, that, to me, becomes trustworthy in short order. No, I'm not talking about a fortune teller. I'm talking about someone who wishes for me to do my own research. Q. Check Q out for yourself at qanon.pub or qpost.online. My suggestion is to begin there and debunk it if you can. Are we currently at war? I believe that we are. What is this war about? I believe the war's outcome will determine whether the United States of America will remain a democratic republic or turn to a socialist country without borders. The result will determine whether we remain an independent nation or just another piece of land ruled by a global regime. It will also determine whether we remain a land based upon Christian values or a land held to no values at all. When I began following the Q movement, my intent was to determine their point of view and decide for myself what to think of it. I began by searching for QAnon content on YouTube. I had come across several channels to compare and contrast. Some were loaded with opinions, some were showing the Q board and merely reading the posts to the audience. Other channels were showing the posts as the host of the channel read them to me, and after sharing the posts with me, I was shown documentation that had proven the information within the Q posts. Those were the channels I wanted to follow more. At that time, I did not realize that I could go to the posts directly. I have to be honest here. I have been, and I am currently working on my master's degree from the University of Life. I've known for some time that things were not as they appeared. I had realized when someone told me something, anything about any topic, especially that did not make logical sense, that I had a choice to take the information at face value or research for myself. Needless to say, there was a plethora of information that fit that category. Information from friends about their own lives to information about world events. With people in their lives, well, that's their business anyway. I take what I am told and pay attention to what happens around me and determine truth from embellishment to flat out lies. I do not concern myself too much with that, for the truth eventually manifests itself. However, when I watch the news media and the information that is given, I pay attention to the happenings in our country and around the world. I attempt to determine the truth from embellishment or sensationalism to flat out lies. This is of bigger concern to me because the media has the power to control a mass of people. The media has the power and the capability to influence an entire society to change the culture of the country in which I was raised. This, to me, is of critical concern. If this power and capability is not curtailed, then the country in which I was raised could be, and probably will be, changed forever. Shall I say that one way or another this country will be reformed? It will either be restored back to its origin, or its philosophy will change dramatically to one that has failed time after time. By now, I do not think it is a secret which philosophical viewpoint I cherish and tightly grasp. But I have formed my opinion by keeping an open mind and conducting my own research going back centuries. I could share with you dates and times of certain events. I could share with you who did what to whom, and in some of my writings I have. But that makes me another talking head. I do not want to feed information to you. My goal is for you to think for yourself and research for yourself. My goal is for you to form your own opinion through the facts that you uncover for yourself. This, my friends, is of vital importance for the future of our society, our culture, and our way of life. Current events may not affect you now directly, but sooner or later, they will. When that occurs, it may be too late to bring about the change that you desire. My suggestion is to listen to both sides, and if something does not make sense, find the truth through documentation. Then and only then can you determine your very own opinion and support your stance with fact. At that point, you will realize that over the years, we all have been misinformed, uninformed, or have gained our knowledge by hearsay, none of which affords us an argument that stands up to truth. I'm Trace Williams asking you, what do you think? Thank you for joining me. God bless you, and have a great day, everybody.